I'm a little bit late this evening actually because I had to think about how I wanted to present the material in tonight's podcast. And I felt that first and foremost, the best way would be to wear my TRPWL t-shirt. It's a inside joke. But anyways, those of you who have followed me for many years, you know that for quite a few years before deciding to delve into the world of political commentary, I have been an extensive blogger in regards to the adult entertainment industry. Okay? I actually started extensively blogging in regards to elements revolving around the adult entertainment industry when I was an active adult actress, aka porn star, many years ago. Around 2010 was when I started really blogging about the industry. But around that same time, 2010, 2011, another gentleman entered the scene and started blogging about the adult entertainment industry too. And truth be told, if it had not been for my online interactions with him, interactions which I cursed for many years because I was very stubborn when it came to thinking that I wanted to have a career in the adult entertainment industry as a performer. But I'll tell you, sometimes it's people from the outside who know what's best for you rather than yourself. And such was the case when it came to Sean Tompkins, aka TRPWL. TRPWL and I have had epic fights and battles. Definitely. Just as much as I have checked him over the years, he has checked me. There have been phases to where we have been friends. There have been phases to where we have been foes. There have been phases to where we have not communicated at all and probably wished one another had never been born. But I'm definitely glad to have walked a certain path with TRPWL watching from afar, especially at this moment. Because tonight we are going to talk about the politics revolving around and the problem that is a young woman who developed a persona known as Bobbi Dylan. The unfortunate reality is that if it were not for me wanting to, I suppose, be a protector of young women, if it were not for me offering my free services for a few years as essentially a publicist to this young woman, you wouldn't even know her name. Not at all. She probably never would have been cast in certain roles that she received. She never would have received the attention that she did if it were not for me. She did develop that persona herself, but from afar, I helped to cultivate it. I polished it up. I made her look good. But here's the thing. When someone like me creates something, someone like me, on the same token, can destroy it as well. The young woman known as Bobbi Dylan said something very interesting in a podcast that it would have been in her best interest to remove, because at this point I'm taking legal action against her in regards to a few things that she said in it. But one thing that she said in particular was a blatant, bold-faced lie.
No, she just literally hates me. So as much as she hates me, she will go and crevice and massage the balls of any man that doesn't like me.
There, bro.
All right, let's rewind. I want you to hear it again. I think she meant to say caress. She's not the most educated girl, though, so we'll forgive her on that level. But listen again.
You know. No, she just literally hates me. So as much as she hates me, she will go and crevice and massage the balls of any man that doesn't like me.
All right. Now, here's what we're going to get into tonight. As I said, for several years, I essentially gifted her free publicity via yours truly. And not only that, I defended her for many years. So for her to say that I would, quote, caress the balls or crevice the balls of any man who doesn't like her or takes issue with her is a load of shit. And the website I found it, Porn News Today, is the proof of that. And every single post that I've ever written about her is going to go on legal record. Every single one. Because enough is enough. Tonight we're going to go over a few posts that I wrote about her. And we're also going to go over some posts that TRPWL Sean wrote about her. Posts that have been an issue between Sean and I for many years. Sean actually would have gone far harder on this young woman if it were not for me. He and I have had extensive discussions about her. Due to some tragedies in the past when it's come to other adult entertainers, I was the one who encouraged him to give her some leeway, give her a few chances. But she didn't appreciate it. So tonight, everything that I feel I was wrong about, we're going to go over. Another thing that she lied about in regards to me recently that also is going to go on court record. I'm actually going to read the tweet to you that she posted because it's important. It's not important in the grand scheme of things, but it's just something I want you all to hear. She posted, "She has done several scam GoFundMes. Anyone who wants to donate to Ski knows how to directly get it to him, not her. Laugh out loud." First off, anyone who wants to give Skimask Andy, aka David, any funds, please do give them to him directly. I made that particular fundraiser for another reason, but that first sentence, "She has done several scam GoFundMes," that's something I'm taking her to court for because it's a bold-faced lie. In my entire life, I have created a total, including the one for Skimask Andy, 2 GoFundMe fundraisers on the GoFundMe website. The other fundraiser I created was for a woman known as Melissa Hill. A fundraiser that was successful, a fundraiser that was not a scam. What is the woman known as Bobbi Dylan saying in this tweet? Is she saying that Melissa Hill somehow scammed all the individuals who donated to her? No, Melissa Hill was looking to restart her life in a certain capacity. She needed some additional funds to do so. She probably could have made her own fundraiser, but I was just the person who organized it, and I believe it did help her to a certain degree. Now, when it comes to the GoFundMe for David, aka Ski Mask, that GoFundMe is also acting as a record in regards to what's happening to him right now, because each step of the way, legally, when it comes to his situation, I'm posting updates. That thing ranks fairly high in Google, because people need to know when they look up who he actually is, what it is that he's going through. But see, here's the thing about Bobbi Dylan. She wants to isolate him from any support. She wants to isolate him from any assistance because she is an abuser. And I believe that she comes from a long line of abusers. I made it clear to the woman known as Bobbi Dylan's mother, her family, or at least the person who's claiming that she's her mother. I don't know who the hell this person actually is. Not at this stage, because I can't believe a word that comes out of Bobbi Dylan's mouth. But this individual had the nerve to tweet me today after I'd already blocked another Twitter account that they had. To anyone who is related to the individual known as Bobbi Dylan, do not ever contact me again. I don't want to hear from you. As far as I'm concerned, your entire family never should have been. Bobbi Dylan is a mistake. Not just a mistake when it comes to someone that I took interest in when it comes to the adult entertainment industry. She's a mistake when it comes to her mother. And I'm pretty sure her mother is a mistake when it comes to wherever or whatever it is that she actually comes from. I hope you're understanding my tone tonight. Wannabe porn star Bobbi Dylan claims to have connections to New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. This is effing pure gold. Bobbi, who's been going off on Twitter for the last 18 months, tweeted she had connections not only to New Jersey Governor Chris Christie, but the senator and congressman. Here's what she tweeted. I'm protected in New Jersey. I don't know any Chicago people to be out there like that with a reckless event owner. I mean, shit. I still have connections to the senator, congressman, and governor of New Jersey. Y'all really want to keep quiet still? Basically, he was saying, you know, you don't need to try to make up stuff and lie in order to make friends or, you know, to seem like you're important. Because she does have a habit of habitually lying. But the thing about Bobbi is that for some reason she thinks that she can do and say things and not be called out. And I don't know if it's because she just embodies a tremendous amount of entitlement. I don't know if it has to do with her sense of white privilege. I don't know what it is. I think that she is mentally ill to where she needs some psychiatric help, really. But that's why I'm going to get on court record a lot of what's going on here, because at this point I feel that she's not only slandered my family but threatened as well, and that's not acceptable. Porn mope Bobbi Dylan has a new BFF. And this particular guy was actually very dangerous. I had to get a mediation agreement with him to leave me alone. Most of you have no idea who Bobbi Dylan is. Bobbi is the fringe performer who once sold other performers information for cash. And that's important to note. There were allegations of her receiving funds in exchange for other performers' private information. She once claimed to have connections to New Jersey Governor Chris Christie and has gone out of her way to say that TRPWL hid from her at AVN. And that was funny too. I do also want to note that Sean, TRPWL, he's not like a little keyboard warrior kind of guy. He's a pretty big dude. He's very knowledgeable when it comes to health and fitness, actually. I think he still is at least partial owner in some sort of a fitness facility. It's actually funny when I think about it. TRPWL Sean and Skimask Andy actually have kind of similar qualities when I think about it. It's weird. All right, let me read this one. This is from 2016. December 11th, 2016. Is Bobbi Dylan giving up performers' personal information for money? Last night, a couple of performers called out C-list talent Bobbi Dylan. According to them, Bobbi has been trading performers' personal information to fans, from real names to locations. According to one performer, a Snapchat fan confirmed Bobbi gave the fan her family's address and real phone number. Bobbi allegedly took it a step further and told the fan, based on info Bobbi had, that the performer was only 5 minutes away from him. Using the info allegedly obtained from Bobbi Dylan, the fan then reached out to the performer and asked if he could come pick her up. And then there's a tweet cap here. So sick of my number, driver's license, and my location being shared with fans by a performer in exchange for money. Now, I'm still waiting to talk to the fan in question. To me, this is serious. Real names is one thing. That shit can be found relatively easily nowadays. But giving some stranger the real-time location of someone is pretty effed up. There's a reason why Bobbi is on her 5th agency in 12 months. Hopefully Sandra can knock some sense into her. More to come. I'm glad I found this post, actually. Let me screen cap this real fast. Um, it was actually TRPWL that helped Bobbi be approved to have representation with ATMLA toward the end. I actually got on Sean about that because I was like, why would it be that ATMLA would need the blessing of Tompkins? But knowing what I know now, knowing how easily that Bobbi lies and likes to misconstrue and make up things, I can see why. But I remember when she was saying that he shoulder checked her or something at an event, and I believed her. That's why I'm so upset about this whole situation, really, because she's a convincing liar. Extremely so. What she does is she takes bits of truth, but then piles on lots and lots of lies when it comes to anyone who is calling her out or anyone who's found her out. I thought for such a long time. I mean, I just look at how easily she's lied about me. So I can't believe anything that she said anymore. I guess what I'll do is I'll link up every single one of these posts on a page that will be a permanent warning on Porn News Today in regards to this woman. That's the best thing I can do. Just considering how easily I know she lies now, there's no way for me to know if she ever told the truth about a guy known as Billy Boston. There's no way for me to know if she ever told the truth about Nigel, aka Nigel the Dictator. I think that's his name. He's a director. She was saying for a long time that he was involved in bestiality along with his ex, a woman known as Katrina Jade. I'm thinking that she was just probably jealous of Katrina Jade, so she made all that up. People wanted to shoot her because she did photograph fairly well. I wouldn't say she was the most attractive girl in the adult entertainment industry. She definitely should get her teeth fixed. But people gave her chance after chance after chance. I think about all the defending I did of that girl. And for what? Waste of time. I definitely don't think that the tales that she told in regards to Mark Schechter of ATMLA hold much weight. I wouldn't say that the things that she said about Mark Spiegler of Spiegler Girls hold much weight. Now, there are other adult talents who have said negative things about Mark Spiegler at this point. But when it comes to anything Bobbi said, can't put any stock into it. Anything that she said about this guy known as Stefan, I'd say anything that she said about her ex before, Skimask Andy, can't put any stock into that. I don't think he assaulted her, not at this stage. Anything she said about Derek Hay, wouldn't be able to put much stock into that. Anything she said about Team Skeet, can't put much stock into that. Really, she has absolutely zero credibility at this stage. At least from my perspective. To the adult entertainment industry, when it comes to her, anyone out there, whoever gave her a chance, due to me, I do apologize. I sincerely apologize. This has left such a bad taste in my mouth. I just really don't have any more desire to cover any more news pertaining to any active adult talent. I'll probably write up a few posts in regards to how this IP2 network seems to be linked to the adult entertainment industry, but I'm not going to cover any adult actors or actresses individually for a long time, if ever again. leave that to Sean, aka TRPWL. I actually added his timeline over to the sidebar of Porn News today, because his website's where you need to go to get your porn news, trpwl.com. I'm focusing on politics from here on out, maybe some YouTube streamers who are non-adult industry related. But I can understand why before Shelley Lubin died, she decided, all right, I'm putting the pink cross on the shelf. Because you try to help people, you try to do right by them. But as someone said to me not too long ago, no good deed goes unpunished. And I'm tired. The woman that is Bobbi Dylan, she is a lot of what's wrong with America right now. We do need a better system in the United States of America to identify and treat individuals with mental illness. I think that there's a lot of people who are probably imprisoned or in jail who get arrested, who are innocent and who have been victims of mentally ill predators like Bobbi Dylan. There is no reason, at least not from what I can see, why Bobbi Dylan is not behind bars right now. Because she's worked as a prostitute, and that's not legal in America. She's not worked in the legal brothel system. She's worked outside of it. Only reason she's gotten away with it is because she's a young white chick. There seems to be footage of her stating that she sold weed illegally out of her apartment, yet she's free. Meanwhile, she's made what appear to be false allegations against a dude, and he's sitting up in jail right now. I think it's interesting that she feels that she's oh so persecuted because of her faith, being a partial Jewish woman, yet she has unjustifiably, at least from my perspective, persecuted a Christian man. Huh. You know, sometimes you might look at a person and you think to yourself, gosh, why did so many bad things happen to them early in their life? I'll tell you what I think. I think sometimes God punishes people in advance because he knows that they're just bad seeds. Yeah. I know that sounds terrible coming from me, but I think it's quite possible. If you're a man out there, avoid that woman like the plague. I actually posted a tweet in regards to a lot of kinds of women that I think men should avoid. Some people wonder why I'm single. I had to get my mind right. I've had a lot of issues over the years, but I took the time to do my best to correct myself. On one hand, I feel bad for the woman known as Bobbi Dylan, but really, I don't think maybe I should feel bad for her, because here's the thing about mental illness. I think mental illness magnifies a person's true nature. And I think whether she was mentally ill or not, she'd still just be one mean-spirited bitch. That's what I think. That's what I think. But life is going to take care of her, because there's one thing that no one can stop. It's time. Can't stop time. And she's not aging well. She's still in her 20s and she looks like she's in her late 30s, and that's a shame. But that's what happens when you don't take care of yourself.